last week in our video about the 3 key emotions to utilize in the law of attraction, I promised you guys that we would be going through and talking about creating a law of attraction plan of action, what that means and what that really looks like. So it's important to understand in creating anything, there's a physical and a spiritual component. And in my book that I talk about, which if you haven't grabbed a copy of that yet, I'm still gifting them for free. There's a link in the description below. Go snag one. In it, I talk briefly about this concept, about how the spiritual energy is often represented by the feminine, right? And then the physical action is masculine, right? And then you get to have both in order to really create. So we do get to have a plan of action in order to really create. Here's where most people go wrong. Most people go from getting excited about an idea immediately into a plan of action, into wanting to create change right away. And I understand this experience. I'm an activator in nature, and I just love to go, go, go and make things happen, and I really like to, cause change in people and the planet. So the minute I get an idea, oftentimes I'm already miles down the trail before I really stop to make sure that everything is aligned. And this is where we get messed up. If we go into action before everything's in alignment, the action is really kind of a little bit of a waste of time. We're already all the way down the trail, and we haven't been clear that we're aligned with what it is that we're really wanting, and we're not clear on what that really is. So as you know, from studying the law of attraction, you can't create something different than the energy that you're in. If you're in the energy of lack and poverty, you'll continue to manifest, create, and attract lack and poverty, right? If you're in abundance, you'll continue to attract and create abundance. So in the area of weight loss, I love using this example. If we're not clear on what the energy is that we're wanting to embody, we'll move forward to create an action plan, and in desperation, we'll just keep recreating the same experience. This is why when I sit down with my clients and in my inner circle, what we really focus on, and I'm not going to go into it in too much depth here because I want to honor your time, but just to give you a snapshot, you really focus on creating a plan of action that supports you in both categories, that supports you in your alignment and staying in alignment energetically with what you want, but also in the category of taking action, because the truth is, on this physical plane, we're here to experience the physical planet, and part of that is efforting or taking action. So if your plan of action is void of one or the other, the feminine or the masculine, you will struggle to create. I see a lot of spirituals and creatives, musicians, artists, really, really great at living in the feminine energy and being in alignment in the law of manifestation. But when it comes to the action portion, they really struggle. Right? And so for a long time we've had these two battles going on, right? You've seen it in Eastern, Western, all this stuff happening, but it's really the marriage of the two, the harmony and the tension between the two that allows us to create massively. So, maybe take a moment. What is that for you? Do you find that you have a really well-developed masculine, that you're really great at taking action and game planning and looking at the numbers and trying to figure things out? Or do you find that you're really great at the spiritual, being in alignment and in harmony and meditation, creative? Where is it that you find that you play? And then maybe creating a plan of action to assist you in balancing those out a little bit. So when it comes to weight loss, if you create a weight loss plan that's I'm going to sit every morning and meditate and think myself skinny, it's going to be a slow process for you because you're missing the plan of action. But the truth is, if all you did was sit every day and meditate and stay in the energy of it, eventually there would come a time when you would, because you're in the energy of it, feel inspired to take some action. Maybe it's drinking more water, eating more live, healthy foods, whatever that is for you, right? You would feel that inspiration. So there is a way to get there. I've seen people who are really great at efforting, and they work really hard to the point that they feel like they've satisfied the belief of efforting, and they move into expectation, and boom, they start to manifest, right? Then there's people that hold over here in the spiritual for a long time, finally feel inspired to take action and confident to take the action, and man, here's the manifestation. But the truth is, you get to have both. So if you can know this, starting now, moving forward, create a plan of action that includes tools and systems for alignment, tools and systems for action, and boom, you marry the two and you create results very rapidly. For example, when I finally figured this out, in the same 4-month period, I wrote and launched my very first book, and I competed for the first time ever in a fitness competition. And at the time, I had a little 5-year-old and my little baby that was like 6 months old in my house most of this time, with a nanny coming in here and there to help. But I was able to do and create all of this in that short amount of time, doing things I'd never ever done, right? Overcoming the belief systems around writing a book and what that looks like and what that takes and the efforting of that, and all the stuff with my body and my genetics and all those things in such a short amount of time. So if you're really wanting to accelerate your results, and you're really wanting to make things happen in a very magical way and harness your masculine and your feminine, really utilize the law of attraction in a very powerful way, marry these two. I promise you, it's incredibly powerful. If you are in a position where you'd love to hear even more around this, I have an entire 1-hour masterclass live training where I talk about the ego, the body, well, the ego, the mind, the body, and the spirit, and the different goals that they each have, and how when we align all of those together to be on the same page, it creates even faster results. So if you want to know more on that, I have a link in the description below talking all about my Inner Circle program, and you can take a good look at that. Thank you for being here. I look forward to sharing more amazing, juicy content with you next week. If you have any other questions or comments, or you have other videos you'd like to see, be sure to let me know below. Subscribe and share. I will talk to you guys again really soon.